Hi students, welcome back for another finance literacy lesson, and also we learn more about how to use a calculator today. So turn to page 91 and 111 for today's lesson. So first thing first, we'll talk about GST. So I'm sure most of you have heard of this term called GST, Goods and Service Tax, that is implemented in most countries. So as what is written in the book, so the government will decide how much this percentage or fraction will be. So in Australia at this point in time is 10%. So whatever things that we buy or the services that we use, we need to pay 10% more than what is quoted. Okay, so like if you buy a t-shirt, okay, instead of $10, you'll pay 10% more of the $10. Okay, so it's $1 more, which is $11. So the trade person, same thing. If person needs to come into, let's say you get James gardening to come in. So instead of being quoted $100, instead of paying $100, you got to pay $110 for the services rendered by the person. Okay. So a very simple way to calculate. Look at A. So let's look at this item is $20. So to get the GST, so it's 10% of $20, meaning it's $2. I'm sure most of you know how to do that, right? Just by moving the decimal back one place. So the cost will be just $20 plus $2. So it's $22. Okay. So I'm sure you'll be able to find the rest on your own quite easily. Okay, moving on. Okay, this is a very good situation whereby you are given the expenses of Henry. So there are various expenses here, and there's also this amount of $678 being stated here on the amount of money he earns per week. So you're supposed to find the total, which is this part here. Okay, go and get the total of the amount of money he needs to spend per week. And then after that, you make a comparison with the amount of money he is earning. So does he spend more than he earns? You've got to ask yourself the question. After that, how could Henry trim his spending to balance his earnings with his spending? So look at this, look at this information here. Is there anything that you feel that he should cut down? Write it down and give a reason. Okay, so at least one or two why he should cut down. And then again, they say what's the difference between what he earns and what he spends. So we just need to find the difference between this figure and this figure here, right? And the last question, and this is something that we have touched on it before. If the extra money he spends is put on a credit card, would this be a good idea? So we talked a little bit about credit card last week, isn't it? So explain why is it a good idea or not a good idea, and explain the reason. Okay. So moving on to calculator, this is interesting. So I have made some amendments to the book because when I use the calculator on the computer, without the equal sign, okay, when I say enter 455 times 3 on your calculator without the equal sign, just by putting m plus, okay, it doesn't work. So for those who are using the computer calculator, you need to press equals first, then m plus. Okay, then you continue the steps, and after that you press mr. Okay, m plus is memory plus, mr is memory recall. Okay, so you just carry on, and then eventually I get the same answer. So I've explained to you. Okay, and then from here you use the memory features on your calculator to find the 5 sets of items that are purchased. Okay, use a calculator. I'm sure it will be quite easy for you to do that. And then after that, play 0 in 5 game. So using this concept, so what do you mean by that? You have a maximum of 5 moves to turn the number into 0. You can only use one digit at a time, 1 to 9. You can use any operation. One has been done for you. So the first one, okay, so like for example, how do I actually get it to 0? So what can I do? So maybe I can say I want to divide by 4. So by 4 I will have 42. Then 42, 42, 42, minus 2, I get 40. So you divide by 5, I get 8. Minus 8 equals to 0. Okay, so this is one example. So now it's within 5 steps, you must get 0 as the outcome. So I've done one for you, so you complete the rest on your own, okay? So that's all for today's lesson. Just complete page 91 and 111 plus the work on my online. Okay, bye-bye.